What's good, YouTube? This is Cell back for what is clearly not Pokemon Yellow LP. This is something completely different. Most of you are probably familiar with Pokemon Showdown. It is a battle simulator so people can do some competitive battling. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, I am by no means a competitive battle expert. 90% of my Pokemon experiences have been completely casual, usually just story mode, and some battles here and there with friends. But I never really go on a battle simulator, and I've really tried to battle. I did a bit in Gen 5, like I mentioned in a previous video with my mascot Reuniclus. But I figured, you know what, if I'm going to be PokeTubing, I might as well learn as much as I can in all aspects of the game. See if I can do some competitive, learn a little bit more about the meta, I guess you could say. So we're going to play some Glitch City, we're going to chill, we're going to relax here in our Pokemon Showdown setup. All the links to her music is going to be down below, so if you guys are interested in any of Glitch's songs, you can go and find them in our link. And these songs specifically will be put there too, so if you really want like a specific song, like the third song I played at second 23, yeah, it's going to be there in the link, you can check out. But let's jump into our first battle. I'm excited to see what we can do in our first battle, and we're going to open up Vanillix versus our Manectric. Now we do outspeed. I wonder if this thing's got weak armor. That's the one thing that I can worry about. Vanillix is still a problem though. We can go into our Chansey and we can stall this thing. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna switch out, go into Chansey. It's gonna explode and we lose our Chansey, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. It was our special defender, so that just goes to show you how powerful Vanillix was. I think with that, we might as well go into our fastest Pokemon. Let's scout with Ninjas. I think that's what I want to do. So he decided to go into a Biome. So let me protect just to see what he's gonna do. He may switch out. He's nasty plotting up. We get the speed boost. Okay, so I'm gonna set up a sub. That way we can break whatever he's gonna do. He's gonna go ahead and nasty plot again. I think at this point I have to start attacking him because if not, he's going to get way too strong for me to be able to kill him. So we can hit him with one X-Scissor. He's going to Psy Shock, which is going to break my sub. We're recovering a lot from leftover damage, and now our speed is to the point where he can't do anything to us. I think the play here is to go for another sub. I feel him switching out, possibly, and if he doesn't, we can just break him in on the next. Alright, so we hidden powered, not bad on his end. So what we're going to do here, I think we're just going to let Life Orb damage do its thing. We can protect and see what he does here. He's going to go for another hidden power. And we see what we do. I think we can take this Biome out at this point with X-Scissor. We might as well. I thought he was going to switch out, which is why I played really conservatively there. But he didn't, so we go up 5-4. Hopefully we can pull out a W in this battle, but it's still really early on. And I don't think those are the threats that he's going to have counting on to win him this game. So he goes into Mienshao, which could be problematic. Let's see what we can do here. I feel him going for either a Rock Slide. Well, we can protect here. We can see what he's going to do. He's going for a Stone Edge. Okay, so he's definitely going for the Rock type move. I don't know if this thing... You know what we can do? We can sub up and we can see if he misses a Stone Edge. Which he doesn't. Because the moment he misses a Stone Edge, I'll have the sub, and then I can X-Scissor him. He misses a Stone Edge, which is good on us. We're playing the misses at this point. And we're going to X-Scissor here, take a Stone Edge, go for another Protect to see if maybe we can outlast the Stone Edges. And if we can outlast him, then we're doing fine. He's SDing up, so he's setting up on us. I think at this point we can continue X-Scissoring him. He's not going to be able to take too much for long, and he misses yet another Stone Edge, which is tough on him. I feel a little bit bad there, but not too bad. We're going to keep hacking at this Mienshao, and the next hit should do the trick. Like, it should knock him out, especially at that range. So we'll go for our X-Scissor. We recover all the damage that we took from the subs, and now we're looking really good. We're up 5-3. Let's see what else he has. I think Mienshao was one of his bigger threats. He quits. So we do put up a W in our first battle in this series, which I'm definitely thankful for. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we'll just jump right into a second one, because why not? We'll see what we can do. If you guys are wondering why I'm, like, I guess, vocalizing the moves that I'm making, it helps. Believe it or not, it helps me a lot. Like, when I'm when I'm recording or whenever I'm doing anything, to just vocalize what I'm gonna do, so that it makes sense in my head. I think Scolipede is in fact faster than us. Not yet. We can see what he's gonna do, but he's a dark type and he can just go straight for the bug type move. So I think what I want to do is go into Dugtrio. I don't think he has an ice type move at this point. He SD's up. I should have gone for the Encore like I had thought I could. But now we Arena Trap him, and he is going to outspeed us from this range, but I still feel comfortable going for an Earthquake. Even at +2, I don't see him being able to do too much damage. We only have 125 defense, so he can probably do a pretty good amount on us, but he misses his Mega Horn, so we're getting really lucky here in the early goings. He gets another speed boost, which puts him in really dangerous position. And I think at this point, I want to say probably my best place to go into Klefki, because I don't want to take a Mega Horn to the face. It'll hurt. Let's see what else we can do. We can go into Stun Fist. We have this thing Arena Trap, so we could Sucker Punch, but I want to get some damage off on it. So I think my play is to go into Stun Fist, take this Mega Horn. He's SDing again, which is really not good for us. We're going to hit a Toxic if he doesn't knock us out first. This is our special defender. He doesn't have too much physical defense, so a +3 Scolipede at 2x speed is not good on our end. We're going to lose our Stun Fist there, which is not good for us. And I don't know if I have anything that can outspeed at this point. Trying to see if I can find something. I don't think it's going to happen this battle, guys. I think we're definitely in for an L here. But we're going to go into Klefki. We're going to see what we can do with Klefki. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Toxic. If this thing has EQ, then we probably lose the battle here, and we'll take our first loss of the LP. Or not the LP, of the entire thing. He's immune. And he just went for Baton Pass into Aerodactyl. I can imagine that he's going to go for the Earthquake. And he's faster than our entire team. We lost this battle, guys. We're not going to be able to come back from this. There's nothing on my team that's going to be able to take anything very well from this. I think our best bet is probably to go into our Masquerine and to hit the Intimidate. He goes for Fire Fang, which is super effective on us. And he's landing all the hits that he could possibly want. Now we do have our Infernape here, who isn't going to do a darn thing. But we can try. We can see what we can do. I think I'm going to go for Hidden Power Fire because it's a special Infernape. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice. I probably made every misplay in the book, and I'll probably get some heat for it in the comment section. But hey, I'm learning on the fly. Hopefully I can pull it around in the next battle. I had a feeling the moment that our Stun Fist went down, the moment we let Scolipede go up to +3, that was our undoing. And there's nothing really I can do from that point. I can Sucker Punch here and see if I can knock out this Aerodactyl, which is something that maybe we could turn it around if I can knock out this Aerodactyl, but I doubt it. It's at Mega, it's at 276, it's at +2.5. The Sucker Punch doesn't do anything, and we take an Aqua Tail, which takes it down to our Focus Sash. I'm just going to go ahead and Sucker Punch again, because I don't have any Roars, unfortunately. Nothing to roar, nothing to hit it with. We're just going to lose here, but I'm not going to be a sore loser. I'll just take our loss. I'll let him know good game in advance, because he definitely got the better on me in this battle. I'm switching into Klefki here. Just to build a little bit of momentum. See if maybe I can land a Toxic. If he doesn't land his Fire Fang, if he misses Fire Fang, his accuracy went down, so hopefully. Even then, we got 4 other Pokemon to deal with, which is not good in our odds, in our favor. So we'll see what we can do. We do land our Toxic, which is odd that we went first. Do we have Prankster? We do have Prankster. We could have benefited from Prankster a long time ago. I'm not paying too much attention right now at this point, guys. I don't think we're faster. We're definitely not faster, so we'll take a Fire Fang, which will take us down to our Sash. We're going to U-turn here, even though it's resisted. It's fine. We can go for a Dark Pulse, see if we can finish it off. We do lose the battle, so that good game was warranted. And with that, we take our first loss of this entire series. But we'll go into our third battle. We'll see what we can do. We get an awesome matchup here with Magmortar going up against our opponent. Thing is it at 181 speed? Is it gonna outspeed? Are we gonna tie? Let's see what we have. He turned on timer really fast, so I'm assuming he's got his move set. I think I'm going to go for Scald, because there's no reason for me not to, and I can land a burn possibly. And we do get that burn, which is good on us. I can see him forfeiting if he does, I guess. Well, I think this thing might be Scarfed. So he can go for the electric type move, or he can go for the grass move. Either or to super effective damage on us. And I think this thing is either physical. Can't remember if it's physical or not. I want to scout this, and I have Rest, and do I have Chesto Berry? It's Rest or Chesto Fione. So I want to scout this thing a little bit, see what type of moves it has. So I'm going to go for the U-turn while we take a Leaf Storm that we're not going to be able to live. So our Fione goes down, and I'm afraid because I'm certain that he probably has a legendary too, which would not be good for us. We're going to go into Gothitelle. Let's see what we're holding. We're holding a Scarf. I think this thing might be Scarf, so I don't want to trick it just yet. We're not going to outspeed this thing. But we could hit it on the physical side with our Psyshock. We do outspeed. So we get Wisp, which isn't a big deal for me because, I mean, Wisp doesn't do much for us. And we can finish this thing off with a Psyshock. It's probably, it's dead. But now we have nothing for that Magmortar, I don't believe, which is really bad for us. And we'll take yet another burn. Let's see what he goes into. Hopefully he goes into a Mon that is not Magmortar, because Magmortar does a number on our team. So he goes into his Ninetales. So whatever we switch into is gonna take a hit. This thing's special, so I actually feel confident going again for the Psyshock. But I probably shouldn't have felt so confident going for the Psyshock. So I do want to save this Gothitelle. So I'm gonna hold on to it. Do I have anything else that has good special defense? Cryogonal, but Cryogonal's gonna take a lot of hits going for switching into a fire move. Let's see what we can do. I think the play's to go into Spiritomb. So he sets up his sub, which is alright on him because he knew that I was gonna be getting off. We're gonna Dark Pulse. He's gonna hit us with the Fire Blast, and we're gonna take 45. We Dark Pulse, which goes right through his sub, which I didn't think was gonna happen. We can Sucker Punch here, and we get through the sub again, and knock out that Ninetales, which is big for us. That's huge. So we can see what he goes into next. He goes into that Palkia, which I was afraid of. Let's see what we can go into. I'm gonna try Cryogonal, just because he's special. We have Hidden Power, we got Ice Beam. See what we can do. We can see what we can do. Yeah, we gotta get some hits off on that thing. We're not gonna be able to beat it without getting some hits. So we'll go into our Cryogonal, and it's okay that we're paralyzed. That's not a big deal. The weather goes away, so we're fine there. And I think our play is just to go for Ice Beam and to take whatever this thing throws at us. If it hits me with a Focus Blast, guys, it hits me with a Focus Blast. There's not too much I can do there. But I'll see what else we can do. We got the leftovers. So he's going to switch out into his Magmortar to eat this Ice Beam, and he's going to eat it up. So he's got the Fire move left. And part of me wants to sack off Gothitelle at this point, so that we can then go into our very speedy... How much speed does this thing have? It's definitely going to outspeed. It sucks that we got paralyzed, because then we would have outspeeded. We could have got for Hidden Power Ground and got the upper hand on it. But that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. I'm going to go for Hidden Power Ground anyway and see if we do take the Fire Blast and we get Parahacks. If we couldn't have gotten, if we would have escaped that Paralyze, we probably knock out that Magmortar with his monstrous 200 special attack. But it's not happening. He misses a Fire Blast, which is good for us, and we land our Hidden Power, but it doesn't do much. So I take back those words. It probably wasn't a good idea to stay in. I think at this point I am going to sack the Gothitelle off. But there's no point, because, I mean, there's nothing I have to take out this Magmortar. My Fione's dead. Let's see what we got. We can go into our Ambipomp, and we can just start taking this thing off little by little. We don't have too much special defense on this, so I'm not too keen on relying on special defense. I do want to go for knockoff to knock off whatever item he might have, but I'm scared of the Flame Body. I don't want to give it a choice band. But I'm 90% sure this thing is locked into... It's gotta be locked in. He switches into his Sigilyph, and that's a great move on his end because Sigilyph gets burned. I'm gonna switch into our Spiritomb here. I feel confident with that play. We go into Spiritomb. He's gonna Psycho Shift, so we take a burn, and that's not good for us. But let's see what we can do. We can Pain Split or we can Dark Pulse. Either or is gonna do a number on his team. I think I want to go for the Dark Pulse. He'll go for Cosmic Power to raise up his defenses, but that's not gonna do much for him. And we can go for another Dark Pulse here, because even at +2, we're not affected by his stabs. We have really high special defense. He's going to go into Pidgeotto and take this Dark Pulse, which isn't going to do a really good amount of damage on him. We don't outspeed this thing. The only problem with this. And I kind of want to switch into Cryogonal at this point. I think we lost this battle definitely. We're down 2 mons, and a lot of our mons are really weakened. And after seeing that, I think I want to go for Sucker Punch. See it Mega Evolve. We'll go for our Sucker Punch. Don't land it too much. He'll go for U-Turn, which is going to do good damage on us. And we'll see what he goes into. We got more damage on that Pidgeot. At 17, I think that the Sigilyph is going to be able to take us out, unless we go for our Sucker Punch fails, and he roosts, which is definitely not good for us. I should have gone for Dark Pulse and just taking it out. But I'm misplaying a lot here, guys, which isn't good on me. Goes for another Cosmic Power. We'll land yet another. And we have one more Dark Pulse in us before this thing definitely goes out. He's faster. I think it's a speed tie. No, he's definitely faster than us. And our Spiritomb will go down there. So there's not much that we can do. Now we are faster than this Sigilyph, and nothing that he has wants to take a knockoff. So we do get some momentum there. And we can see what he's going to do. He burns us, which is really bad for us. Regardless, we can knock off, we can hit it. I'm really upset that we didn't get a high roll there and just knock out the Sigilyph. But here comes Pidgeot, and we're locked into our knockoff. I don't think at -2 that our knockoff is going to do much work. I think he saw the Cryogonal coming in. And let's see, we're not going to outspeed, but we can outspeed with Pidgeot. And let's see what we do here. I'm going to go for Return. He's going to U-turn, so he outspeeds us by 1. And he's going to go into Magmortar. And Return does a decent amount of Magmortar, but he still has his leftovers, which I wish we could have knocked off. We probably lose to Magmortar here, which is okay. Oh, he didn't knock us out. And the burn is what gets us. We could have knocked out that Magmortar. We had a chance with Throw. But let's see what we have. We don't outspeed. We do have the rest, and we have Sleep Talk. Maybe. We can knock off here. If we don't get burned, we're good. Okay, so we knocked him out there, but this will be our undoing. There's nothing that we really have for a Hurricane. It's gonna take us down to a pretty low amount. And we came within 4, guys. We came within 4. It probably would have been better just to rest. And we can get this rest. If we can get this rest, we have a chance. We knocked ourselves out with Confusion. So that was the game. Decent game. I definitely made some misclicks. I think he definitely made some misclicks too. But we'll go into our match again. We'll see what we can do. We got a Chamco on Latios. So we're at 1 win, 2 losses, which is not good on our end. Let's see if we can maybe turn it around. This Latios is definitely special, and we're not going to be able to take too many hits from it. So let's see what we have for you. I feel like the play is to go into Sharpedo and to Mega Evolve. Either Mega Evolve or, let's see, we're not going to... I have a feeling he's going for the Psychic type move. No, he's probably going Dragon. Do we have any fairies? Do we have anything with higher special defense than poor Chimco over here? I want to safe switch into my Mon, so I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. And he switched straight into Dugtrio, so I'm a little bit nervous to stay in with this thing. I think the play is the Yawn. He's going to knock off, which does a huge amount of damage. It takes our Sash, but that's not a big deal, because he does get the... He already knocked off the Sash. We could have gone for Psychic, which would have done a good amount of damage. And I'm scared he's going to knock off again. So I can go into Sharpedo here. He's going for knockoff again. He's probably locked in. And he probably predicted my Sharpedo switch. But this is good. We can stay in with Sharpedo. And we can get some speed boost. And we can EQ. So we should be able to knock this thing out with an Earthquake. No, we don't. We're not even close. So he sets up his rocks. We get 1-time speed. Let's see what we do here. I can protect, get 2-time speed. Yeah, I think the play is to protect and see what he does. He's going for a Wood Hammer, but we get ×2 speed. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to go for the sweep. 2-time speed, Mega Evolve. I think I'm doing okay there. That way we get the hit. Okay, so now we can see what comes in on Sharpedo. I wish we had the Ice Fang, but it's okay that we don't. Goes into Hariyama. We have Zen Headbutt. We should be able to knock this thing out if it doesn't have Shadow Sneak or anything else. He's got the Assault Vest, which is going to do a number on us. I did not see that coming. This thing's got more physical bulk than I thought it did. And I think we're just going to sack off Chimco here because there's no port like to having it. Let's see what else we can go into. We can go into Tauros, but I don't think Tauros has more special attack than that. I think the play is Octillery. I'm going to go into Octillery and I'm going to see if maybe I can land a hit on this thing. I don't think he has speed investment, so I think we do outspeed it. It's going to have thick fat. It's got, you know, it's stuff. He goes straight into Lugia, and if we can land a burn, it would be really, really nice, but we don't. Lugia presents some issues. I think maybe the play... Should I stay in and go for Rock Blast? I think that's what I'm going to do. Rock Blast is not probably our best move. I'll go for Ice Beam. So we take a T-Wave, and we're going to go for the Ice Beam, which is a decent amount, but to that Lugia, we needed our Sharpedo, and that Hariyama did its job in taking that Sharpedo out. So guys, I think we're going to suffer our third loss today. Aeroblast does a decent amount on us, and we get paralyzed, which is never good for us. We'll go for yet another Ice Beam. We get paralyzed twice. So combined with the misplays, combined with the paralyzes, we're not doing too well. I'll never blame my losses on hacks because it's part of the game. There's nothing you can do there. He's at 203 speed. We're at 218. Hopefully, do we have speed investment? Yeah, we do. We can go for the Dark Pulse, and this thing is just so bulky. It's just so bulky that it's gonna knock out almost anything that switches into it. Hopefully, we can get a flinch on this Lugia. We can get our hacks of our own. He lives on 1. And he gets the flinch. Okay, redeemed himself. Let's go for the Dark Pulse again because that is the play. And at this point, Pyroar, he goes into Latios. He's got up to 209 speed. So unless this thing is scarfed, we outspeed. We hit our Dark Pulse, which is good for us. We get out, and I think he's going for a Dragon type move. So we need something with the highest special defense. They both have equal. Do you have Aqua Jet? You do. And you have 225 speed. This thing's still at 209. Which is not too bad. I'm going to go into Kabutops to take this hit. And he takes no hit. Okay, good for us. We can knock off here, because nothing that he has really wants to take a knockoff. And if we get hit on the special side, which we probably are, and we probably are going to lose our Kabutops. I mean, Aqua Jet to get off as much damage, that makes sense, but I like the knockoff play a little bit better in case he switches out, in case he sees my Aqua Jet coming, because if not, we could just revenge kill with our next Pokemon, and that's Tauros, and I hope it's not Choice Scarfed or Choice Banded, because then we're locked into Zen Headbutt or Return or Knockoff, and we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can knock out this Latios and make a small comeback. 2-4, very bad odds on our end, but we got rid of some threats. We got rid of the biggest threat in my opinion, which was the Lugia. It took a lot of our resources, it took our Pyroar, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully this guy can come back soon. I'm going to turn the battle timer on because he's been thinking of this move up for a little while. He's probably trying to think the different things that I can do with this Kabutops. I want to win. Okay, so this guy goes and he says, hey. He forfeited. He left. Not sure why he left. I don't really want to end there, but I guess technically that counts as a win. A win. There we go. So we'll go into, which is probably our last battle of the day, against this Caracosta. And this thing's got 100 speed. We've got 101. We can Earth Power. We can Discharge. We can Stealth Rock. But I have a feeling that this thing's gonna go for Earthquake. It's the play that makes the most sense. So let's see what we do. Is the play? Is that the play? What is our play? I think our play is to go into Scrafty. We outspeed. We have good bulk. Whatever he does, we're fine. He landed a crit, which is, and congratulations to him. But nothing that he goes into is gonna like a. I can set up on this thing. I'm gonna go for Dragon Dance. Get my speed up. I think with Dragon Dance, my speed goes up to close to 200. So we can see what he's gonna do. He's gonna land his Intimidate on me, but we go back to normal and we get our speed boost. But I don't want to stand on this thing. I'm fighting and I'm dark, so he's the perfect counter to me. He counters me perfectly. I think the play is to go into Stunfisk and set up my rocks. He air slashes, which doesn't do anything to me. He does pop my balloon, and I'm gonna go for rocks here. That way, whenever this Masquerade switches back in, there's not too much that it's gonna be able to do to me, and we can take it down to half. Now we can switch into our Scrafty. We could take another Earthquake or Aqua Jet. I was anticipating Earthquake, but we can D-Dance here. We can go ahead and go for another Earthquake if he wants, and then we can Resto Chesto and go for the sweep. Which are my plans. I want to sweep his team. That would be cool. He goes back into Masquerade here. Good on him. No, he's going to go ahead and he's going to go for the Earthquake. He's got a Life Orb, which he shows. So let's see what we do. Your Life Orb, or do we have Rocky Helmet? I have no idea. We're going to rest here and get all of our health back. Recover it. Oh, we got Shed Skin. So Shed Skin wakes us back up. And we're back at 71 health. So we're gonna go for a, we're gonna go for a knockoff. Nothing that he wants to bring in wants to take the knockoff. And I'm glad that he switches into Masquerade because now we knock it off. It's at 5, and we knock off its item. We outspeed because we are just faster, and we're gonna go for another knockoff. There's nothing that he has that wants to take a knockoff. Which once we get rid of that. Done. He quits. We end with another W. That was actually decent battling from my end, which I don't do too well. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I can't stress enough how thankful I am for each and every person that tunes in and watches my content. If you like this video, if you thought it was cool, if you want to see more Showdown, leave a like, leave a comment, share it. It does great for the entire channel. Regardless, I'm still gonna post Showdown. I want to get better at battling. We end the day off, I think 3-2. Was it 3-2? Winning record, maybe. I'll probably edit that in my video if it's